This is Living Power with Dan Hurst.
So big. God thinks eternally. And He looks at the circumstances in our life that we're going through right now, in this little speck of time that we call Earth right here, where we are right now. And God looks at that and says, wait a minute, you're not seeing the big picture. You don't see how big eternity is. What's happening right now in your life, in these few years you live on earth, are something that God is doing to prepare you, and as He continues to further His plans for eternity. And the difficulties that you're having to deal with in your life right now are part of what God is allowing or engineering in your life as He makes plans for eternity. What is God doing in your life for eternity? What does God plan to do through your life for eternity? That's what God's doing. He's thinking eternally. He's not thinking about, well, when you die it's over with and hopefully we accomplish something. God doesn't think that way. I've talked to so many people who say, man, I just hope that my life counts for something here on earth. No. I hope, confident anticipation, that my life counts for eternity. Because that's what God is up to in my life. He's preparing something for eternity. He's preparing me for something that He wants to do for eternity. Now, I will tell you this. The Bible implies, and it doesn't imply, it says that there are horses in heaven. And I think I know what my job is going to be. But you know what? No, I don't need to trade for it yet. Okay with what God wants to do. Whatever God's doing in your life now is something that He's doing to prepare you for eternity. And the issues that you're having to deal with and the things that you've gone through in your past are part of what God has done as He shapes you and conforms you into what He wants you to do. It's like the old story, and you've heard the story probably a million times, but the old woodworker who just loved to carve things out of wood. And one day he was carving a little dog, and the little boy asked him, he said, how do you know what to do? And he said, well, I just cut away everything that don't look like a dog. And that's what happens in our lives. God is shaping us into something that He wants to shape us into, and He's cutting away everything that doesn't look like what He wants us to end up as. And sometimes that hurts. But it's part of that process that God is taking us through to finish the product. So God wants to give you hope, a living hope. And that hope proves that God is up to something in your life. And then fourthly, God's plan for your life is about your future. God says, I have a plan for you. It's not about your past. It's about your future. The word future that is used here in Jeremiah 29:11 is actually the word for the end. And I read that and went, what? What do you mean? I have plans for the end. What does that mean? Isn't that odd? However, it's not so odd when you begin to realize that what God's saying here is that His plan for you starts at the end. The end of what? The end of the darkness that you're going through now. You see what's happening? God is preparing you. He has a future. And as He takes you through the darkness of the life, it opens another chapter in your life. This difficulty, this sadness, this darkness is not the end. It's a page turning to a new chapter in your life. It is ushering in a new beginning. That's how God sees it.